It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January, but there's 20 other teams who wouldn't mind being on that road.
You're exactly right about that, but your point about how daunting this is well taken, because it all depends on their mindset now. How do you break it down so that you're not looking at this whole big road and say to yourself, we've got no shot? You break it down to this game right now, win that one, then worry about the rest of them after that.
And that's exactly right. And the staff told us that. They've been focusing with the players on don't look ahead. But that's hard to do sometimes, is it not?
It is hard to do because the ultimate goal is to do what? Is to win a Super Bowl. So you have to look ahead a little bit, but you make sure you focus on the game at hand.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film. They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
So that flag will cost them 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack. Hey, Buzz. Go 50 inch the mic. Watch the slack.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
7-7, our score after 1.
Come on, set. 6 orange. Go, go. You better bring. I'm letting you know. Smoke. You better bring. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, that's 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Swift. Go. Zoom, fellas, let's go. 58, come on. 58.
On play action, they'll throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Watch tight, tight end's right. Watch tight, tight end's right. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Check, check. Lucky. Georgia. He's coming. Bravo. He's coming. Double up.
2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And now out comes Minnesota. And following that punt, which turned out as well. As it possibly could have. This offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. And the catch made by Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now here's Ross. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
58, right over there, right over there. Exit. 58, right there. I'm here all day. 58's the money.
2nd and 6. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
You better be ready next time.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's where you belong.
More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess we could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. That one goes for 24 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Set. Ready. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the slant. Let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. Chamberlain. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey. 58, boys. 57, let's go. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike.
Back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. All day, dog. Check. Ready, go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Khalil Mack showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Here we go. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. I'm scared.
He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Newton on 1st down. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton, and a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Newton on 3rd down. He finds Roberts, complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. This one into the hands of Burton. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, Newton. Taking a shot for 6. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Curtis Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Murray looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This one fielded at the 5. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Keep playing hard.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
Let's go. Let's do it. Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. They're not ready for this, man.
2nd and 9 now. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
59 Mike. Check, 59.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Here's Allen. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Again, it's Johnson. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
58 to Mike. 58, boys, 58 to Mike. I'm coming for you.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Inside 4 minutes to go. 3rd quarter.
Come on, dude. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it. And 58 is a Mike. Let's go.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16. First down, Falcons.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Go. Check. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day offense. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Chamberlain, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
He can't hang. He's not. 2, fellas. Let's go. 58 to Mike. So don't say nothing. Hey, 58 is a Mike.
Looking to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out to his left. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, off the draw. Here's Johnson. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 36, Newton. Johnson's got it complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the defensive front holding strong there on 4th and inches.
And how about the battle of big people up front? That turned into a leverage game, didn't it? Defensive linemen, they won it. Lower than the offensive guys, pushed them back, knifed through, and made a great play.
Check 59, Bravo! 59, Mike to 59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Under 10, under 10, 10. Switch, ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Open man is Ross, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Safety's creeping.
On first down, Chamberlain. Olivier Vernon brings him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. Chamberlain. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now Newton. And he will find his man on the outside. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the...
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Chris Conley there to make... The grab as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So out come the Falcons now. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Come on.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. Chamberlain, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
58's the mic. 58. What we got? What we got? What we got? Check 9, check 9. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Chamberlain. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Chamberlain. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Tucker with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Cam Newton and his offense down by 12. 1:35 to go. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Ready? Yeah, ready? Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Ready?
Off play action. Newton. Roberts has it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Newton now to throw. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly executed. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Chris Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. He gets this one to Johnson. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.